I was very typical, I think, my experience of drinking. I was born in 1975, so just as I was coming to about the age of 20, I was right in the middle of the ladette culture where it was encouraged and quite glamorised, trivialised, really, to drink heavily, binge drink, and I grew up with that kind of mindset. Once I got married and had a baby, I then swapped the pints for a bottle of wine of an evening, and that slowly became a habit.
And that ladette culture, is that the principal thing that's at play here, do you think?
I think it is, because you're very vulnerable at that sort of late teens, early 20s age, and habits form at that age. You know, what you start doing then tends to stick. I got definitely into that habit, habitual heavy drinking, and when life events happened later on, like divorce and being a single parent, I used wine as a crutch, an emotional crutch, to help me get through it, because it's so targeted at women. I think particularly wine is very effectively marketed at women, and it's very widely available.
What stopped you drinking so much?
I woke up in hospital at 3 o'clock in the morning, having no recollection of getting there at all. I'd drunk 3 bottles of wine by myself, not intending on drinking 3 bottles of wine, and a friend had found me collapsed on the pavement outside my house and called an ambulance. And I had a huge wake-up call, and that made me stop drinking, and I've since set up Soberistas.com to help other people who might find themselves in the same boat and really want to stop drinking but don't know how, and maybe don't feel that Alcoholics Anonymous is appropriate for them.
Interesting that. So why is Alcoholics Anonymous not necessarily the way forward for some people who face this issue?
I think a lot of people who drink heavily wouldn't class themselves as an alcoholic, using that terminology, and therefore they don't maybe think their drinking is as bad as warranting going to the Alcoholics Anonymous. For those people, the anonymity that we offer through a website, they can seek help and remain anonymous. They don't have to sit in a room and put their hand up and say, yes, I'm an alcoholic, when maybe they don't feel that they are. But they can get the same peer support 24 hours a day from our website, and that's kind of a bit more relevant and modern, I think, for a lot of women who've got busy lives to juggle, and they're working, they've got kids and stuff, and haven't maybe got the time to go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings.